put it on my under my eyes in the morning and at night consistently for about 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, the difference it made was bananas. Hey guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're talking about something we haven't talked about in this channel really that much. Well, I've talked about it because it's something that's plagued me for so long, and I found the perfect combination. We're talking dark circles. I found the perfect combination of products, and I've learned a lot. And so I really wanted to share it with you guys because, like anything with skincare and just things you want to improve, whether it's your looks, whether it's internally, whether it's something, patience is a virtue, and it takes a really, really long time, and it takes a lot of trial and error. So I thought I would get this video up so that for any of you who kind of struggle with dark circles, and it just is so annoying. And I feel like there's a lot of info out there. However, I feel like a lot of the time it can be confusing, and sometimes it can feel contradictory to each other and stuff. So I just wanted to get this video up. I feel like I have some really, really good tips and tricks. So let's just jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's kind of talk about how to fix dark circles. Dark circles, let's get into it. First things first, we need to find out what type of dark circles you have, because there's a bunch of different dark circles you can have. Some people have it from aging and their skin sagging or fat deposits. Those are kind of different approaches, because a lot of the time with the fat deposit under eyes, they do say that surgery is the best approach with that one. However, I do believe that the most common ones are the ones from melanin and pigmentation under your eyes, and then also thin skin and vascular, and just kind of that type of, you're seeing your veins type of dark circles. And for me specifically, my dark circles are from thin skin. Like, get out of here. How dare you? And there's a lot of reasons that you can kind of have that. But before we dive into kind of how I worked on my dark circles, and also the pigment that because I kind of had a combo of the two. I did have some darkness from pigmentation and kind of how I got rid of that. And then also kind of how I thickened up my skin and kind of got my collagen in a better spot. Now let's find out what type of dark circle you have. So if you pinch your under eye, lightly pinch your under eye, and kind of lift the skin a little bit. If the pigmentation lifts with you, like with the skin, you most likely have pigmentation and melanin causing your dark under eyes. And that is so annoying, because like, get out of here. But it's nice to know what type of dark circles you have. Then if you don't want to do the pinch, another way that I did it was I kind of lightly tugged on my under eyes. So I did like just a light tug, and I noticed whether or not the pigment was moving with the tug. Now what I noticed is I kind of had a combo of the two. So I did have just on the bottom right here, I did have some pigmentation that would move, but then the rest of it, so I tested kind of around, not just down here where I felt like the pigment was, but I also tested all around to just see, because I had the combo pack, which, get out of here. But I had the combo pack, so I was able to treat one first and then the other. And I even sometimes did a combo of the two. So finding out what type of under eye darkness, what is causing your under eye darkness, is really, really important for kind of next steps, because not all under eyes are created equal. Not all under eye creams and stuff like that is created equal, and it's not all made for the same type of darkness under your eyes. Once you figure that out, it's so much easier to pinpoint the types of products that you need to kind of get rid of that darkness under your eyes. So that is definitely step 2. Then the next steps are kind of following what, like, you got to stay hydrated. If you have allergies, you need to take your allergy meds every single day. Do not miss a day. When I miss a day, I notice such a significant difference. In my under eyes, again, I have thin skin. It just makes it so much more apparent. So sleeping a lot, take your allergy meds, and hydration, hydration, hydration. When you are dehydrated, so hungover or just dehydrated because you're like me and you're a problem and you do not drink enough water, it's so much worse. You need to stay hydrated for your under eyes to kind of build up collagen. Collagen needs hydration and all of that to kind of build up, but also to just stay plumped up and looking good. So staying hydrated is really important. Taking your allergies, because allergies apparently make them worse. And when I was consistent with my allergy meds, I noticed the biggest difference in my under eyes. So being consistent is really, really important with your allergy meds. And then also enough sleep, which I wasn't getting. And when I was getting enough sleep, oh my goodness, it really made a very big difference. And I would be really consistent with my sleep for weeks. And then I would have a couple days where I wasn't, and I would look crazy. So as long as you do those things, I do feel like the next steps we're going to talk about, which are products and all of that, are really, really going to work well for you. But you just need to make sure that you're taking care of the stuff that you can really easily handle at home. And then we introduce products. Now I want to jump into the specific products. Now, one of the biggest things I've noticed that has made a difference for me is eye masks. And I know some feel like more surface level and don't feel like they're doing too much. Being consistent with eye masks is the way to get the best results from eye masks. There are some that have microneedling in them. Those ones make the biggest difference in my opinion, and I feel like have made the biggest difference. But there are other ones that I've used that I feel like also have made such a big difference, but I was consistent with them. And that is really, really important. Now let's talk about some eye masks. So first ones I want to talk about are these ones, and these eye masks are great. They're from the brand, and I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong, and I'm sorry. Okay, I just, before someone yells at me, I'm sorry. I believe it's pronounced Le Mieux. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but that's how I believe it's pronounced. And these ones are great. I really, really love them. So these ones are the eye firming mask. They're called the TGF eye firming mask, and they say they firm and bright. These are so good. I notice a change in I notice an immediate change in my under eyes with these, just from the fact that they're under eye masks, and sometimes the results are immediate but not permanent, right? With these, when I'm consistent with them, which I am because I have 1,000 of these in my house, I notice such a big change in my under eyes. When I was using them less consistently, maybe once a week or once every couple weeks, I didn't notice quite as much of a difference. They're very immediate, but like I didn't notice a more consistent change in my under eyes that felt permanent. Now I use them consistently, and I definitely have noticed a difference in my under eyes. They're incredible. They stick to your skin, which I know some people might not love that, but they stick to your skin and you kind of peel them off, but they don't stick to the skin where they're like so tough that when you're pulling it off, it feels like you're, messing with the skin or going to be creating more wrinkles. They don't do that for me. I feel like it helps with my under eye lines. I feel like it helps with just the brightness overall and how also makeup applies on top of my under eyes. And I'm a really big fan of these. And again, I have backups of this eye mask, and I keep boxes just around because I also don't find them to be wildly expensive. They're very, very nice and very, very good. So then next we have these ones from Wander Beauty. They are their baggage claim eye masks. They're great for, especially when you're traveling, but they're great over time. I feel like I've been using these for a while now. I've noticed that when I'm not using them, my under eyes still look improved and still look really great. They're very hydrating, they're great, and they're really easy to find, which is amazing. These ones are the rose gold ones. I've had the gold ones before. I believe they had a silver one I've tried before. I think they have a bright pink one that right now I think people are also really liking. It's just the outside. The product itself doesn't change. I feel like they have so many good ingredients in them, peptides and all that stuff that really helps plump up your under eyes. If you have vascular dark circles, thin skin, all of that, I feel like it really, really helps keep my under eyes looking good consistently. And over time, I have noticed that I feel like my under eyes look less drab, but not just that, but less like my skin looks a lot better. And that is something that I've struggled with because I feel like I have thin skin, which is definitely from my allergies, which that's just going to take some time to kind of build that up again. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but I really enjoy these. So then another one, these ones are so incredible. So these ones are from Jillian Dempsey. These ones were actually sent to me. These are their hydrating eye mask. Oh my God, it's so good. These are incredible. I love this eye mask. So it kind of has a, I don't know what it's made of, but you put it on. It can move ever so slightly at first, like the first maybe minute, but then it kind of really holds on and doesn't move, which is nice. And it kind of just hydrates and all that good stuff. And then I take whatever's left and put it under my eyes. And I feel like my under eyes look so plump and hydrated afterwards. And after, let's say, a day of drinking or a day of not sleeping well or a day where I just did not drink enough water, which I notice an immediate difference in my under eyes when I go 2 days without drinking enough water. I need drink your water because it really does make a difference. I notice an immediate difference in my under eyes, and I feel like it's so consistent. So these are amazing, and oh my goodness, these are ones that I'm not getting out of my routine because they are so hydrating, and it makes such a big difference of not just how thin the under eye skin on my eyes look, but also how plumped up my under eyes look. And I notice even the next day, because I don't use them every single day, even the next day I'm still so impressed, and I feel like the effects are kind of, it's not just the one day. All these eye masks for me that I'm recommending, I don't feel like the results are just that day. Now, the next eye mask I want to talk about is one that I randomly discovered and I decided to pick up, and I actually picked up a ton of these. And I'm so happy I did because then I went back to the store and they were out. So I have to order them online. But these ones are incredible. So these are a hyaluronic acid micro needle eye patch. So they have like little prickies, which I know might not be for everyone, but I love that because it really feels like the hyaluronic acid and all of that is like really sinking into my under eyes. These are from the brand Bio Miracle, and these are incredible. They're a Korean brand, which Korean brands just don't know what they're doing, but these are incredible. I'm actually have another Korean brand coming in because I can't stop now with the eye masks because I've noticed such a big change that I love to try out different ones. I have other ones coming in that also have a micro needle, but these are incredible. I actually got these. I saw these originally at, it was either CVS or Walgreens. I believe it probably was CVS, and I grabbed all of them because I was like, I bet these sell out. And then I haven't seen them again since. So I have to order them online. But these are really, really nice and they stick on. The one thing I will say with like more micro needly patches is when you first apply it, it is slightly uncomfortable, just ever so slightly, because it is like pricking your skin. But I just like lightly, don't go too crazy. Don't get too crazy now. I lightly tap it into my skin and I let it sit. Some patches they say you can wear overnight. I've worn them overnight. It's totally fine. Totally have gotten used to it, but at first it was a little bit uncomfortable to wear overnight, and now I don't notice a difference. But what I do notice a difference of is how my under eyes look when I use these. And I do feel like over time my under eyes, and like I felt like had collagen loss and all of that, thin skin, it really felt as though it made a very, very big difference. Now I want to talk about just silicone eye masks, which these are amazing. So these are from the brand Dew. These ones are great. My sister actually got these for me, like it feels like maybe 3 or 4 Christmases ago. Maybe 3 Christmases ago, doesn't matter. But these are incredible. I wear them. Sometimes I just want to put them on top of my eye cream and really get it in there, especially before bed. I love to use these. Sometimes I'll use them when I really, really need like the effects of my eye cream that I'm using. And we're going to talk about eye cream in a little bit, but these are incredible. And I feel like they really do make a difference. I know a bunch of brands make these now, but these are great. These are just nice reusable silicone eye patches. And I just make sure I wash them and just put them down and they don't move, which is amazing. They work really well with all the eye creams and eye serums that I do use. Sometimes I'll use an oil with them if I feel like I need that under my eyes, but these are great and such a nice to have, and it's nice that they're reusable. So then let's talk about eye creams. So there's so many different types of eye creams. If you have pigmentation under your eyes from melanin or something like that, a retinol eye cream is going to be your best friend because cell turnover and all of that. And although it takes patience, patience is a virtue with it. It really does make a difference. It also helps with under eye lines and all of that. Now, there's a lot of great retinol eye creams out there. This one is from the brand Beauty of Joseon. This is a Korean brand. This I really, really enjoy, and I actually enjoy a lot of Beauty of Joseon products, but this one is great. I know this is kind of having its moment, or maybe it was and it isn't anymore on TikTok. This is probably my third one of these, and I did notice a really big difference, especially in under eye lines. Now, another thing that's really important just for thin skin, retinol. It helps kind of build up that collagen. But again, patience is a virtue. It's not going to be something where you notice a change. At least didn't notice a change until probably about a month in. So patience is a virtue. It might have even been a month and a half. I think it was a month and a half where I then started to notice a difference when I was using this consistently. Right now, I'm not using it as consistently because I found other stuff that really works for me. However, I really enjoy this, and I kind of will rotate through eye creams. I'm not just using one all the time, but this is great. And when I was using this consistently, it really, really helped. Not only just with my thin skin and all of that, but it also helped with some hyperpigmentation because I also had some hyperpigmentation over here, which that went away really quickly when I was using this. It's just very, very good. Then another thing that's really good for hyperpigmentation under the eyes, melanin under the eyes, but not just that, but also for thin skin and all of that collagen loss is vitamin C. Using vitamin C under your eyes is amazing. And this one I just love. So this one is from Live Tinted, and this is their, what is it called? Super Hue brightening eye cream. And it has a little bit of a brightening, it has like a bit of a tint to it. I hope you can see. Yeah, you can see. So there's a bit of a tint to it. So it does give you kind of that, okay, well, I don't know why I do the things that I do because now I got to put that back in. But what it does do a really good job of giving you almost an immediate brightness because it kind of tones down the darkness under your eyes. It's such a great eye cream. It worked I notice when I use it consistently every single day, especially if I'm wearing sunscreen, which you also should be using sunscreen under your eyes if you feel like you're losing collagen, but also just in general, sunscreen protects your collagen. It's very, very important to put sunscreen under your eyes. Even if it takes 3 months, I swear it's going to be worth it. Just be consistent. But an under eye cream like this, also buying an under eye cream that has like peptides in it and stuff like that, really plumps up the under eyes, really hydrates the under eyes. And although at first it might seem like you're not seeing a change, trust me, trust me, it's going to make a really, really big difference to use an eye cream like this. Also, using eye creams that have more caffeine in them really help, especially if you have vascular dark circles. It helps a ton with the under eyes, and I've used a bunch that I like. Right now, I'm not using as much of a caffeine eye cream because I really, really have been loving this eye cream specifically. It is just so good. But using stuff with caffeine, using stuff with peptides, using stuff with the retinol ones, I would say use mostly at night just because the sun, you don't want to have any irritation. Now, a serum that I love to use that really made a difference in my under eyes, specific to hyperpigmentation and just extra melanin under my eyes, is this serum from Beauty of Joseon. This is their Glow Deep Serum. I mean, I'm out. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm out. I need to repurchase this. I have like maybe 2 days worth of serum left, but this is so good for the under eyes. Now, doesn't say it's meant for the under eyes, so please don't yell at me if it doesn't work for you or whatever. Test it out before you put it under your eyes. But I noticed right here, especially on this eye, and actually no, on both eyes, that I had some extra darkness, especially when I had on one of my eyes where it had a bug bite. Get out of here with that. It was so annoying because it felt like it was not going away. Then I consistently use this every single day. I put it on my under my eyes in the morning and at night consistently for about 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, the difference it made was bananas. Bananas. So it's definitely, I know it's not technically meant to be used under your eyes, but it made such a big difference. And so I put a little bit, just kind of tapped it in, let it sink in. I let it fully sink in, maybe let it sit for a minute or two. Then I went on with my eye creams and all of that. And it really, really did make such a big difference to the point where any hyperpigmentation or darkness that I have, honestly, is like gone. And that's crazy because I just never even considered using serums that I use for hyperpigmentation on my face under my eyes, which seems silly, but also the under eyes are sensitive and all of that. So I didn't want to create any irritations, but I'm so happy that I did it. This is incredible. And there's other, I feel like I could have used my Edam under eye, my Edam like serum under my eyes, or even I have the faded hyperpigmentation kind of cream that they have. I probably could have used that as well, but I went with this because it's really thin. It sinks into the skin and almost disappears, which is amazing. This made such a big difference and I loved it. And then lastly, the last thing that I've been using, and this is like a year test of this, is red light. I love red light masks. I have 3 and now I have a problem. I know, but I wanted to test out a bunch of options. So I have the Omnilux one. I have this one here, which is the Current Body one. This is the one that I've been using the most recently, and oh my goodness, I love it. And then also I have one from the brand The Cure that isn't one that is in a kind of soft shell. That one is in a harder shell. And I'm going to do a whole blog post on what my thoughts are on them. Because the Current Body and the Omnilux you have to use for 10 minutes, the Cure one, and then there's also the Dr. Dennis Gross one. I haven't used that one, but those ones you use for 3 minutes. But I have noticed such a big difference in my under eyes and just my skin in general, how my skin overall is looking, but in my under eyes, I feel like it has really helped with my skin consistency, my under eye lines. I feel like it really has helped with my collagen and kind of building it up. And the reason I waited so long to talk about red light masks was because you just, you really need to be consistent. And you probably aren't going to see any change until you're about 12 weeks into using it. But I really, really enjoy them. The ones that fold, the Omnilux and this one, I haven't tried the other ones, are so amazing. I also don't know if I mentioned this, but Current Body actually sent me this one. And they are so nice because you can travel with them. It is so, so nice. I didn't think, honestly, I thought it was all hocus pocus. And I was like, girl, what? No, that's not going to make a difference. That's what I said. And a year later, I feel like it has made such a big difference in my skin, but in my under eyes as well. You just have to be patient. If you are not patient, you are not going to like it. You also need to use it consistently. You have to use it consistently. No matter which one you're using, it doesn't matter. If you are not consistent, you are not going to see the results that you want. But I feel like my under eyes, my lines are better. My collagen feels like it's built up. My skin feels like it's on the mend in terms of thickness. On the mend. I just feel like my under eyes just look brighter and better. And I'm just truly obsessed with how good my under eyes look. And I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I might wait another 6 months to do a full breakdown on my blog talking about red light masks and what I liked about them. And because there's good and bad to the ones that are the shell, like the harder shell, and the ones that are like this, that are the softer ones. And also the length of time. Some are only 3 minutes. I feel like there's definitely positives, but also some drawbacks to a 3-minute LED, like red light LED, and the ones like this that are more 10-minute ones. So I want to do like a full breakdown on that, but I want to give it maybe 6 more months to talk about that and really break down the difference between all of them. But I feel like all these things really have changed my life, and my under eyes are looking so much better, so much brighter. Being patient is so important, and not thinking you're going to see immediate change, even if you're feeling like 3 months in you're not seeing much of a change. Just be consistent, because I swear that is the key to success with honestly anything in skincare. But with the under eyes, it's such delicate skin. I feel like it takes so long to see changes down there, but when you do, you're going to be so happy and feel so satisfied. I swear. And yeah, that's it for this video. That is it for kind of how I'm getting rid of and got rid of my super, super dark under eyes, that now I feel so much more confident and so much better. I would love to know down below, what kind of tips and tricks do you like to use for your under eyes? Let me know down below, because I'm always on the hunt for new stuff. What if you have good under eye masks? Write them down below, because I need to try them. I don't care from what world they're in. I need to try them, because I am obsessed with under eye masks, and I can't stop, and I won't stop buying them. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.